Good evening, everybody. This is Robin with another edition of Horror Pop After Midnight, and my guest tonight is writer and director Jake Jolley. How's it going, Jake?
Awesome, my friend. Hyped to finally get to be on Horror Pop After Midnight with my friend Robin. I'm pretty stoked.
Oh, you better be stoked, because this is going to be a fun episode. Plus, since it's the holiday season, let's grab our little hot cocoa and let's go talk about it away.
That's right. You gotta have the hot cocoa.
Now, you did the film Clay Zombies, which is shown on Tubi, and then you just did a Clay Zombie Christmas. What decided for you to do a Clay Zombie Christmas with our famous claymation zombies?
Well, I did have a lot of fun making clay zombies, and me and the cast got pretty close, and we did want to make like another movie, but I've been taking a while trying to write the next movie script and stuff. But like last year, everybody's like, "Yeah, are you gonna, is Clay Zombies 2 gonna happen soon and stuff?" And I was like, "Well, no." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm just I'm taking too long to write the script." And anyway, I just had one day, creativity just hit me out of left field, and the idea for this Christmas special hit me, and I wrote it. I just couldn't quit writing it, and I was having a blast. And I just reached out to the cast and was like, "Hey, I got an idea for a Christmas special. You guys want to do it?" And thank goodness they were all like, "Heck yeah!" And we got together and filmed it real quick.
Yeah, I better be in Clay Zombies too.
Okay. Absolutely.
All right, yeah, let's talk about. I thought it was a most fun holiday little indie horror short. I thought it was funny, ridiculous, and silly. It just made me laugh. I just watched it tonight before we came on, and it just gave me a smile on my face, and I love how you brought back the original characters, and I love how you started it off with the young lady like reading a classic Christmas story, like something that would Charles Dickens would read, during the holiday season. I like how you started off with the narrator reading the story before it got into the film.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, and I like that too, and I think it's just like a lot of my favorite classics, like my favorite Christmas movie I try to make sure I watch every year is Rudolph, and you have the narrator of the snowman, and then you also have, the narrator and Santa Claus is coming to town, and a narrator in Frosty. So it's like, all those classic Christmas specials usually have a narrator, so I thought it'd be fun to do that.
I thought so too, and on the start of the film, I loved it where it got into a lot of shoot 'em up, action and blood, taking out those crazy clay zombies, man. I mean, that was pretty wild, all the clay zombie kills.
Yeah, thank you. I really liked trying to figure out a way when I was animating it to do that trumpet kill. I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, April is a new character in the film of the Clay Zombie universe. April was quirky, a little awkward, but when you're talking about the whole trumpet kill, that was hilarious. I could never picture somebody killing a clay zombie with a trumpet.
I know. It's super silly. Kind of like you said earlier, I liked your review where you said it was just kind of fun and silly. That's what we were going for.
Oh, it was. And I love how the original characters, the survivors from Clay Zombie 1, were thinking about the holidays, and they weren't thinking of it because of the clay zombie apocalypse going on. So they end up meeting April, and then she talks about, Sammy, it's like, oh, there's a little kid in here. And he has the most feminine voice of all, sounds like a little animated, cartoon type of creature, And then, without spoiling it, then you find out who Sammy is, and your jaw just drops and goes, you're like, what?
Yeah. That's a credit to the actor. He's able to have a wide range with his voice and stuff. So that was fun to do for sure.
Yeah, it was great. The actor who got to play Sammy, I mean, he must have had to been a method actor because those mannerisms in his face and how he walked and how he did all that quirkiness. I mean, that just made the character in the film.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. He had a lot of ideas he brought to the table of like how to make the character a little bit more funny and off the wall. So I got to give him credit to kind of to bring in a lot of like the funny facial expressions and stuff like that.
Oh, it was great. And then let's talk about Kristoff. You get to know a little bit more about Kristoff because you really didn't know much of him in the first movie, and I kind of like that you gave him a little origin story in the film, what he really is, and you find out he has like powers and this like powerful sword, and the next thing you know, he's fighting Krampus. That was an epic battle.
Yeah, I really wanted to like I love the character Kristoff, and like I really wanted to have him fight Krampus in this special because like you just talked about, he had the sword, and he's supposedly a hybrid, part vampire, part warlock, part werewolf, part certified notary, and I wanted to show that he actually does have some paranormal knowledge in this.
Oh, I mean that was so funny. That was just a classic little fight scene. Kristoff with that magical sword taking on the all powerful mighty Krampus. I mean, that was fun to watch. I couldn't stop laughing.
Thank you. Yeah, the fight was like inspired heavily too by like, because like Krampus's mouth doesn't really move, so it was like inspired a lot by like Power Rangers and like Dragon Ball Z from back in the day. So we had a lot of fun with that.
Also, the movie, you also hint there's going to be like a Clay Zombies 2 because after the movie, you leave a little teaser and a little taste for possibly a Clay Zombies 2 movie. And I've known people that saw the movie and are fans of the original Clay Zombies. They want more, and I love how you gave them that little teaser taste towards the end of the film.
Yeah, and thank you for saying that. Yeah, that's kind of, I love working with the cast, and they seem to have a good time too, and it would be great to one day maybe finally do like a second film and maybe give all the characters a proper send-off and kind of conclude the story. But yeah, it's kind of fun. We might be setting up a little, spoilers, vampire story and stuff. So, yeah, it'd be really fun to do another movie, and we're kind of hoping to, either find a way to do it or maybe an Indiegogo or something in the future. So that'd be really cool.
And we also can tell that our favorite sheriff from the movies, he just loves that paprika. What's up with the... Tell me this. What's up with the sheriff and that paprika?
I wish I had like a really cool deep answer, but honestly, I was, the character is always saying like these over-the-top one-liners and stuff. And when I was writing the first script and all these zombies were walking toward him, I thought, oh, it'd be cool if he threw a grenade. And I was like, well, he can't just throw a grenade. What could he do to make it even more over the top? And I was like, well, what if he added like extra spice to the grenade before he threw it? Like, paprika. And it just cracked me up, the thought of it. So that's kind of where the idea came from, and why he loves paprika. He just loves to spice things up.
I'm also glad you brought back another talented actress, Kira, where she plays Faye, and you get to know a little bit more who Faye is all about. I mean, she's kind of creepy.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about Kira is she's this really versatile actress, and that's what I told her during the first Clay Zombies. Is I was like, well, if we get to do a sequel, like I'm setting you up to be the next big bad. So like if we did get to do a Clay Zombies 2, Kira would be the main villain. And what's kind of cool about that too is we kind of get to set that up for her in this Christmas special. So, and we had a lot of fun. I told her that, I'd like to do like a Hammer horror style scene with her, where we set that up. So we tried to, make it feel like those old school, cool, like 1960s, 70s Hammer horror films.
I know she'll nail it. I mean, she nailed that role. You know, when you find out what she fully becomes and how she disappeared in that mysterious cave.
Yeah. She can definitely do comedy, but then she can definitely put the scare the bejesus out of you as well.
So, where'd you did you film this? Did you film Clay Zombie Christmas in a cabin? Because there were some shots filmed like in a cabin-like setting.
Yeah, so we got to film a lot of it at a place, a haunted house that had like a cabin set called Carnage, and then like we would do like I did like real establishing shots at like these real like cabins from like the 1800s, and just kind of blending those shots together to try to hopefully make it feel like it was taking place in a real cabin.
Yeah, I liked it. I loved how you got the great angle shots in it with the camera on certain shots of the cabin. It made it like real, like lifelike. It made it feel like you were really in there with the survivors. Trying to survive from those dreaded clay zombies and them going back having all these Christmas memories.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, because I did. I tried to make it feel like when you're with them at the cabin, it's almost like you really by the fire with them. You know what I mean? As cozy as you can be during a clay apocalypse, I guess.
So if you ever decide to do another Clay Zombies movies, you should do different classes of zombies. You got all the original ones. I wonder if there's going to be any other type of Clay Zombies with different characteristics or different mobilities. I would love to see that.
There might even be clay vampires. Oh, whoops.
Oh, did you say clay vampires? Hey, you know me. I love horror comedy that's like cheesy, funny, ridiculously, like stupid, but it's just fun to watch, and you don't have to take it seriously. It's just a fun movie. And when you said clay vampires, I've never heard of clay vampires.
Yeah. And it's definitely, the thoughts for a future sequel would have some vampires, some clay vampires, some clay zombies. I mean, we're really going to try to throw all the fun and ridiculousness at a potential sequel for sure.
Yeah, definitely will, because I'll be looking forward to seeing it. So, since you did Clay Zombie Christmas and you had a little red carpet showing, at the theater, how did the audience react to it when you showed it?
I think it went very well. There was a lot of good laughs, and I felt like one of the most important scenes to me was, when the sheriff is talking to Chad after they find out about little Sammy, and I feel like that went over very well. So I was happy with it. It wasn't like a huge turnout, but a lot of local cool people from the film community and some other people I didn't know were there, and it seemed like people were happy with it. And I did get some good feedback about how they thought I'd grown as a filmmaker and everything, so I felt like it went pretty well.
I think this one went very well, because you're like a starting out young filmmaker. You're getting that greenness out of you, and I've seen some of your stuff, and you can tell you're getting better each time. And plus, you're always learning. I mean, every filmmaker starts from somewhere, and every time I watch some of yours, it seems like you get like more mature when you do your filmmaking. You just can tell that you're real serious about it, and you're trying to be a well-established filmmaker.
Yeah, thanks for saying that. And that's like the encouraging thing I try to have other filmmakers like hear, is because I think some people are so afraid. Well, I don't know if I should say afraid, but some people like don't want the negative feedback so bad that they never make anything. And it's like, it's just part of it. You just got to start making stuff and just have fun with it. And that's just what I'm trying to do. Just have a blast, get to work with cool people and just get better each time. And I think if you have that attitude, you'll just have a lot of fun.
Well, you have to, because anything you do, any type of thing, filmmaking like me, podcasting, or whatever you do in life, you're gonna always gonna have some negative feedback, but you can't let that bother you. You just gotta, take it with the good, man.
Yeah.
It helps you learn, and it makes you a little bit more better to figure out, okay, since they didn't like something like about this, and I'm glad that people are giving me honest feedback, maybe I'll try to do something a little bit different that wasn't like what they like. And and like I always tell people, man, haters are going to hate. You just do what you
Yeah.
enjoy. I mean, that's like me podcasting too. I mean, I get some negative feedback on certain interviews too, but something, it gives me encouragement, it helps me learn more, and it helps me grow to be a better interviewer.
Well, yeah, but heck, everybody thinks Robin's awesome, so those guys are just haters.
Oh, I know, right? Everybody's like, "Oh no, there's Robin at the film festival again. Let's run and hide. He's gonna say something ridiculous."
Ridiculously cool.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, I got to be in a film that's going to be coming out soon too. I got to be in a short film scene. I can't say nothing, but once it comes out, I'll let you know, and I'll let everybody else know. It was pretty fun. All I have to say was I was beat up pretty good.
Yeah, and if you have to edit me saying this out, but that's what that special effects makeup was really cool. Was that pretty neat getting to get that put on? Or,
Yeah, that was done by the talented Beth Metcalf. She's she's a known indie actress, and also a phenomenal singer. She's in a band, and she does a lot of makeup and special effects. So she did my makeup for that scene, and then when I took a picture of it and posted online, everybody was wondering everybody thought I really did get like jumping beat up. Everybody was hitting me in my DMs going, "What happened? Are you all right?"
That's when it's a good makeup job. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to give it kudos to Beth Metcalf, man. If the listeners are listening, you should look her up. I mean, she's good with special effects, makeup, and also she's a talented young actress.
Oh yeah, she is. I mean, that's what's funny. She's very versatile. She was like the lead dancer in the dance scene in the Clay Zombies movie.
Really? I've seen Clay Zombies twice. I didn't catch that. I guess I'll have to go back on Tubi to watch it to see Beth get her dancing groove on.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I got to meet her for that, and yeah, she got up and lit it up, man.
Oh, I can see that. I mean, she has a phenomenal voice, so I can picture her tearing up on the dance floor.
Oh yeah, she brought the energy. I mean, and it was like 4 hours of dancing for that scene, and she never slowed down. So
I bet she made you tired.
I think I was tired.
So, what other film projects you doing right now? Besides, the Clay Zombie Christmas and soon in near future Clay Zombies 2. And you're also a talented cinematographer as well. So, what projects are you doing right now?
Well, to be honest, I don't have like anything like in concrete. I am talking about like a Santa versus Zombies project with a friend of mine that might come to fruition.
Nice.
And but like nothing else concrete. This was kind of like my baby, the Christmas special. But I'm still working on the script for Clay Zombies 2, which will hopefully happen. But like nothing concrete yet. I'm just kind of seeing what's happening until after the holidays, I think.
Well, whatever happens, I'll be looking forward. I'm always checking you out to see what you're going to be doing next, and and I'm looking forward to seeing what Jake does next.
Well, thanks for saying that. Yeah, I make these, and I just hope they put, especially with Clay Zombies, they just put a smile on people's face. They have a good time, get some laughs, and maybe even with this one, maybe it helps people get in the Christmas spirit a little bit.
Oh yeah, because right now, have you noticed there's a lot of new holiday Christmas horror films shown everywhere, man.
Yeah. Which that's cool with me. Like the more Halloween horror and Christmas horror, the better. I heard too, there's a lot of indie filmmakers are going to try to make more Thanksgiving horror now too, thanks to Thanksgiving. So the more fun films, the better, in my opinion.
I actually saw Thanksgiving by Eli Roth. I thought that was, I think that was one of my top 5 favorite films of 2023. It was original. It was fresh. I love the unique kills. And I just love Eli Roth. He just has a twisted imagination.
Yeah, he just seems like he'd be a cool guy too. I didn't get a chance to see that because I was like so busy, trying to get Clay Zombie's Christmas out on time for the theater premiere and stuff. But it looked really cool. I'm looking forward to watching it. Somebody said it reminded them of Scream. Do you agree with that?
A little bit, not too much of it. I mean, I could see how they're going for the whole Scream feel a little bit. Yeah, because the main killer's a serial killer. Yeah, it kind of had a little Scream vibe to it, not too much. And I'll say one scene in the movie. It's not to spoil anything. Is I will never see Black Friday the same again. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
And when you see it, and you'll be saying the same thing. You're right, Rob. I will never see Black Friday like that again.
Yeah. Well, I think we probably both already said that when we saw the Black Friday movie with Bruce Campbell. We were both like, we'll never see Black Friday again after seeing Bruce Campbell as a store manager.
Oh, I know. That was a great film. I make that to watch, every year during the holiday season. It's such a fun film.
Yeah, anything with Bruce, that gets my stamp of approval.
Oh, it's fun, and I'm looking forward to see what Bruce Campbell is going to come up next. Oh, did you hear? You've been to Horror Hound in Cincinnati, right?
I haven't got to go to that. I need to go.
Yeah, it happens in March every year. It's a great convention, but it's also an awesome horror film festival where they get like the top indie horror filmmakers from all over. They get some good indie horror and indie short films. And you know who's going to be at Horror Hound in March this year?
Who?
Eli Roth.
Oh my gosh, that's rad.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited. I was like, yeah. So while I'm covering, the Horror Hound Film Festival, getting some interviews and reviews on indie horror, I'm looking forward to meeting Eli Roth.
Oh yeah, that'll be really cool. Yeah.
I mean, they got Horror Hound got a great guest list. I mean, they got like Eli Roth, and then since they're doing the anniversary of the original Blair Witch Project, they're going to have the original 3 cast members there.
Oh, cool.
They're having, I don't know her name. Is it Jane Levy? She played in the remake of The Evil Dead.
I think that checks out.
Yeah, she's gonna be there, and Horror Hound keeps on, adding some, great celebs this year in March. Man, I'm pretty impressed by that.
I need to get. I need to get hip with the times and check that out. I didn't know about any of that.
When I get off, the podcast with you, I'll send you the link and all that so you can check it out so you can know. But seriously, their indie horror film festival's awesome.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like to start going to some conventions and check them out. They sound like a lot of fun.
Oh, they are. It's a whole different world, my friend. Hey, no judging, no shame. It's like a big family environment. It's like family friendly. It's just a great time, and you meet some awesome people, and especially you. If you go over to the film festival side, you can meet other fellow filmmakers and writers too.
Yeah, that's been fun. When I have gotten to go to film festivals, that is always a bonus. Getting to network and meet other filmmakers. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is, and I recently did Fright Film Competition. That was a fun one where they get like 30 teams, and they have to get a certain time, and they have to make like these little indie horror short films on a certain subject.
Oh yeah, that's right. You talked to Gabe about the one we did.
Yeah. Yeah, the one, yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I saw you guys, or you and Gabe, yeah. I think that's pretty fun. I think you should try to hop in and do one for the next one.
It was kind of cool, like to just be the cinematographer on that one. It was kind of a neat change of pace. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Maybe one day I'll lead one, but it was kind of fun just doing cinematography on it too. A little of the pressure off.
I loved how you did the cinematography for Gabe's film, indie horror film, because it was actually based off a true story about him actually like living in a haunted house and having some like weird stalkers in a car that used to live in that house driving by, like staring at him. And I love how you made his life experience into like an indie horror film. I think it was shot. I thought it was shot pretty good by you because I loved the certain angles and the certain shots you got in the certain scenes of the characters. I mean, great cinematography work, but that Gabe's film was I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to work on too because it was like the first time I've ever worked on someone's true story that was like really personal to them. So like it was really important to me to try to get like really good camera angles that like helped to tell his story and just I really wanted to help like put people in his position, and plus it was fun doing like a documentary style where we got to interview him and stuff because we both really like unsolved mysteries growing up and stuff too.
Yeah, that's what I liked about because it was like I like how you shot it and how he filmed it like an unsolved mysteries type because it had that unsolved mysteries vibe. I was waiting for the ghost of Robert Stack to come in front of the film and go, here, maybe you can solve this mystery. You know how he was with the trench coat.
I love Robert Stack. That would have been so rad if he showed up in ghost form. I'd have been like, yes.
Or yeah, that would have been cool. I would have been like, hey, he's doing an unsolved mystery segment, And I love how you did like the documentary style. It kind of reminded me of watching those documentary style type of ghost encounters on the Travel Channel. Where they sit and talk about their ghost experience. I love how you guys shot that, where it did really feel like you were really watching a true testimony of someone that had a paranormal encounter. And I just loved that, like the documentary style, how where he was talking about, all the weird phenomena that was going on in this house.
Yeah, it was like fun to edit too because I'd never done like you just said where it's someone talking and then like a reenactment. I'd never got to like edit a project like that. And that was fun getting to like mix it up and try different things. Like, I'll have the interview still him still talking while this is going on, or I'll cut back to him here. That was a lot of fun to edit.
Yeah, for the listeners, for that indie short film, tell them what the name of that film was, so people are.
So that was called Whose House Is It? And I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube and Facebook, and it's Gabriel Kirk's video. I'm trying to remember what his YouTube channel is called, but I think if you just look up Whose House Is It? Gabriel Kirk on YouTube, it'll pop up.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I think that one at the Fright Film competition was one of my faves, and also The Conjunt was my second favorite about the paranormal investigators. Of that whole film festival, I think those two short films was my fave, and I'm glad I got to see them because during that weekend I was running back and forth, man. I was over at Nightmares Film Festival in Columbus up there, and then I was like, oh crap, I got to get down to Fright Film, and it, because Fright Film was in Cincinnati, and Nightmares was in Columbus. And you saw some of my footage I did at Nightmares Film Festival, man. You can tell I was running around everywhere.
Yeah, you were in like a horror film, like fever dream fantasy. You must have been like seeing horror films in your dreams at that point.
Oh, I was going back there getting interviews, and then I was like, oh crap, I got to get down to Fright Film, and then from Columbus to Cincinnati, it's like an hour and a half drive. So I was booking it, dude. I was like, man, I got to be down there. They're suspecting me, and I told them I would come. And why did they have to put it at the same time as Nightmares Film Festival? And I was just sitting there running around, and then some of the filmmakers and artists I knew at Nightmares Film Fest in Columbus is like, Rob, you need to slow down. You're running around everywhere. You're not really getting a chance to talk to us, man. We like talking to you, but you're just like running everywhere. And then when I finally got the Fright film, I was sitting there running around there too, and everybody's like, "You need to calm down. You need to slow down a little bit." And I was like, "Man, I gotta do this, man. I made a promise to Fright Film, competition. I would be there to cover it, and I'm doing it. Damn it! And I just didn't have enough time to breathe. But I had fun at both, festivals. So.
Yeah, that's when you're just like, hey, this is the podcasting rock star lifestyle. All right, this is what I do.
That's what I do, man. I love it. I enjoy the hell out of it, man. Like I said, I'm still learning, and I'm getting, like good, feedback and, some good, criticism. It's like, hey, if you do it a little bit like this, I love getting like positive feedback. It helps me get better. And like I said, I'm still paying my dues, just like you are.
Yeah, it's all about just growing and having fun, and that's all we can do.
Okay, now, Jake, where can everybody watch Clay Zombies and also check out A Clay Zombies Christmas?
So, Clay Zombies is streaming on a good amount of platforms. You can watch it free on Cineverse or Tubi or Roku. It's also on Amazon Prime and Apple TV, but those aren't free. But Cineverse and Tubi are, and the Plex, Zumo. And then for A Clay Zombies Christmas, it's a 22-minute short. It's on YouTube. If you look up just A Clay Zombies Christmas in YouTube, it should pop up. Or if you go to clayzombies.com, the first thing that'll pop up right now during the holiday season is a link to A Clay Zombies Christmas. And I've got all, different platforms you can watch the original Clay Zombies film on there. So clayzombies.com is like a one-stop shop for all of it.
Yes, that's very good. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Oh, I had a blast, buddy. Thank you so much for the opportunity to get to come on here and talk to you. I had a ton of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you got coming up as well.
Thank you so much. And everybody, thank you for listening to Horror Pop After Midnight.